Hello everyone, my name is Apple Guy, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. In the previous video, we got reacquainted with our lovely Minecraft world, and in today's video, we have a very simple plan, and that plan is to fill in an area with sand. We're going to be making a little bit of progress here on the Pharaoh's Landing town. We're also going to, if you stick around to the end of the video, get to see what the walls around Pharaoh's Landing will look like. So if you're interested in that, make sure to stay tuned until the end of the video, and also hit subscribe so when it comes time to build the walls, you'll get to see it. So essentially the idea we have is that I want to fill in this entire section of land that I'm running through. This little dip right here of sand. I don't really want to fill in the water, but we'll do something with the water. Maybe we'll cut it off like here-ish, kind of make it look a little natural. That could be a bit better. We'll make this work. Anyway, yeah, so we want to have everything over here be completely and utterly flat. Now you might be wondering why. The answer is, I think I need to turn the music down, hold on. Okay, I didn't end up turning it down. We'll see in editing if I needed to turn it down. Maybe the music will be loud this video. If it is, I apologize. I'm still working things out. I recently installed Music Plus again for Minecraft instead of the old resource pack I was using, and I just have to get things back to normal. Anyway, so I want this all to be flat, because in the next video, or in a coming video, might not be the exact next video, we'll be building around the wall, or at least getting part of the wall done for the city. And I want to have a nice flat ground to work with when I build that wall. And basically, there's sort of two ways you can go about building a wall. Looks like it's nighttime now. There's two ways you can go about building a wall around a castle-like town. You can either have it be a uniform layer, or you can have it be... Dude, what is happening with my game right now? Holy buckets. There we go, jeez. RTX having some issues. You can either make it so, here, I guess I'll build a quick little sample, okay? So let's say we go right, oh wait, let me go over to the here we go, okay. So, two things you can do. One, you can build the wall so that it achieves the same height. So let's say this is our wall, right? When we reach a difference in land, you can just continue it so that the wall is all on the same height. Which means if you have a tall building, the building could stick up over here, but a similar sized building wouldn't stick up there. And that's what I want to do. And the alternative for that is to keep it like 3 high. So when you reach a block increase, then you could build up. And then you have a little bit of a step in your wall. From my experience, what I've seen, pictures I've seen of castles in like mostly video games, but also a little bit in real life, there isn't really that sort of step going on. You mostly see consistent walls, and so that's what I would want to do for this town. The concern I have about building the wall in the next video would be that we don't actually know the scope of the town yet, because we don't know how far it will come out. We know for a fact that this netherrack wall right here is the left edge of the town. The town cannot extend any further left because there's a natural border of the river. And we're not extending across the river. The desert biome ends there as well. Same thing with going on back over there. We know that netherrack is a hard end because that's where we're also sort of reaching like the random ice spikes biome and getting a little too close to the Yarhar Harbor to be like its own build. And so we will want to prevent that from sort of seeping in as well. However, we don't know how far the build will come out this way or that way, because we have a ton of... Here, let's get our spyglass. We have just so much desert we can build beyond that netherrack right there. The only thing we have to worry about is the office, which I gotta say, guys, I have no clue what my plan is for the office. The office was one of the first things we built in this Minecraft survival world way back in like the early 20s when it came to episodes. Like, we finished our house and we started working on the office because that was where our villagers are. A lot of our villagers have died. Baby zombies have gotten in. We switched different versions of Minecraft. We went from PS4 version to PS4 Bedrock to PC Bedrock, so they've survived a handful of world transfers, and, well, I guess they haven't all survived. So I don't know what I want to do with that. Part of me wants to just start over with villagers, almost chop that down to nothing, just get rid of the office, and then make a whole new place with a whole new set of villagers. The only problem with that would be that the office does have like a lot of history in it, having been one of the first things we've ever built in this world. And so I would feel bad about getting rid of it. I guess like an alternative would be to reskin it. But then again, I mean, it's history, right? And it's kind of weird to tear down an object of history without a valid reason. The only reason is that it kind of looks ugly because it doesn't really fit with what we've got going on now. But it was here first. You know, it's kind of weird to completely displace something because all of a sudden in the future I felt like building a desert village here. I don't know. I'd be interested to hear your guys' thoughts on that in the comment section about what you would do with the very modern looking office just sort of chilling there. One idea I did have, which I don't think I'm going to go through with, would be to build a gigantic pyramid around it. The pyramid, of course, is a very Egyptian symbol, so it would fit nicely in our desert. But we could use the pyramid as like a facade, right? So instead of seeing the office, you would approach it and you would see a pyramid. When you got into the pyramid, that is when you would see something new, and that something new is the office. But on the outside, it fits the theme, and on the inside, it's history. So that's like an in theory best of both worlds, but I don't think that's actually plausible. When it comes to doing a pyramid, you need to calculate how large of a base you need. And I think to house what we want to house, we would need a very, very large base. And I don't think I want to devote the resources or time to constructing that very large base. To reiterate about what I'm doing right now, I'm filling in all the holes so that we can build our walls at some point in a future episode. And the reason behind this is because I just want a flat template, almost like painting on a blank canvas. You can go back and add details in later, but you'd really want to start with nothing and make something. So that's the plan for right now, is we are going to use the sand to make a nice flat layer, and once the flat layer is done, we can go through and later add whatever we feel like adding. Little tiny ridges or sand dunes or something, whatever we feel like. By the way, this is probably the most third-person Minecraft gameplay you'll see like all year. Just so you know. No Minecraft YouTuber plays in third-person mode. That's actually crazy. The only time I've ever used third-person mode, I think, on this channel is like in Hunger Games when I need to look behind me. So I'll be like, oh, what's behind me? Oh, nothing. Okay, keep going. You know? That's like the only time I've ever done it. Only time. We are going to run out of sand. It's very crazy to think from literally like episode 2 or episode 3 or 4 or something like that, we had just a ginormous stack of sand in our house. And it has always been, heaven's sakes, what am I going to do with all this sand? And now we're like kind of finding a use for all the sand, which is crazy because I will never have that much sand again. I don't have any plans to chop away anything. Ooh, I think I should get rid of that. I just caught my eye. That was from a very early video, one of the episodes in the Boat Bunny saga. Very fun series of videos, very bad quality microphone. So, perhaps skip it for now. Yeah, I mean, we're using all this sand. This sand originally made up a little hill where our house is now. And I don't have any reason to collect a bunch of sand ever again. I mean, I don't see myself leveling any large mountains again. So, hey, let's enjoy the sand while we have it. I should really change off of melons. Melons is such a bad food. I hope in Minecraft 1.20, I don't think they'll do this because it feels very off with what they've already shown from the update. But having a revamp to the food system would be really good. We haven't seen a food system revamp since like beta 1.8, and that was when the hunger bar was added. I mean, every once in a while they'll adjust how much hunger it takes to like swim or sprint, but I want a system that like eating time and like, you know, eating a steak takes a lot longer than eating a single carrot, right? The saturation thing we've got going on right now, kind of weird. Like, I don't like golden carrots being the best food. I think if, in general, my philosophy with games, and I'm no game designer, so take this all with a grain of salt, but if there's a best something, a best chest plate, a best weapon, a best food, a best spot to grind experience, then you should probably fix that, you know? Like, imagine logging into World of Warcraft, right? And saying, wow, look at this whole gigantic world we made for you. Isn't it wonderful? Hey, if you're leveling outside of Goldshire, you're just doing it wrong. You know, I don't like there to be a wrong way to play the game. I don't like that there's a bad food choice. Or not, it's not necessarily bad, but they should all be viable. Which I think is what game designers strive for when they balance. Oh, for the love of heaven's sakes. Why must you do this to me? This is cruel and unusual. No. I guess it was bound to happen at some point. So, that's great. Let's grab some supplies from over here, and we will fill in this area with stone. I guess we can use dirt. What else do I have? Nah, dirt's probably the best choice. Yeah, we'll use dirt. I can also sleep, it looks like. Well, that was just a billion problems all at once. I don't even know if I can explain every issue that happened. My controller disconnected, and RTX is a little broken right now because nighttime looks like daytime and morning time looks like nighttime. I'll tell you what, Minecraft RTX is honestly one of the main reasons why I got a gaming PC, and it is not performing to standard. I think it should be better for being... Can this cat stop attacking this bunny? This bunny is an absolute trooper, though. Holy frick. What? How much health do you have? What the bunny... Does the bunny have unlimited HP? Or is the cat just dealing... I guess the cat is dealing 0 damage? I could test to see if the bunny has unlimited HP by smacking the bunny. But that would be mean. So I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that. That would be rude. Although I will say, they kind of need to get out of my area because I am working here. There's a construction zone. We are constructing sand. By the way, I love that the most recent 2 episodes of Minecraft I made was me mining for no reason and placing like 1,000 sand blocks. I mean, isn't this just the Minecraft content you're subscribed for? If it's not the Minecraft content you're subscribed for, then hit subscribe, because you should be subscribing. If you just don't want me to play this version of Minecraft, well, that's a different problem. Alright, so I think I'll finish the rest of this off camera. I think I made you guys sit through me talking about what I'm gonna do for way too long. I think we're gonna end off this video by giving you guys a little preview of what the castle, or not the castle, the town walls will look like. And you guys can leave me a comment saying if you want to have it changed in any way. So we're gonna hop into my creative world to get a little sneak peek of what the Pharaoh's Landing walls might look like. Alrighty y'all, welcome to my Minecraft creative world. You can see some statues behind me that I made a YouTube short about. Here we have some buildings from the Yarhar Harbor. And right over here is the plan I made for the castle walls around the town, around Pharaoh's Landing. So it uses a palette of some pretty standard blocks. Obviously we have sandstone stairs, smooth sandstone stairs. And we have some chiseled sandstone as well. Essentially, this wall is made to be semi-impenetrable. So the concept here is that you really can't get through if you're a mob, right? Spiders can't climb up this because of this lip. Obviously, zombies and whatnot can't walk through. Do we want to put like a portcullis here? I was just thinking like maybe we could put something here. That kind of looks bad. We'll go ahead and just put it back to how it was, and you know, we'll get feedback from you guys in the comment section of this video. But yeah, so this is what it looked like from the outside. You can obviously imagine this going, I'll just throw these over here. You can imagine this going all the way around. This is how tall it would be, so you would be able to see buildings sticking up inside. You 100% would be able to see those, and I think that's kind of cool. I like that idea. It also has a walkway around the top, so you would be able to get up here through like a staircase on the inside and walk along the outer walls. There's campfires here with these that actually have little hay bales underneath them, because if you have a hay bale, you'll see that the smoke can actually rise higher. You see, this is regular campfire smoke. This is hay bale campfire smoke. And so, you know, I figured put the hay bale because it adds like just more movement into the build. So that's kind of cool. And then I also added these green accents right here in the form of green concrete powder. I can also do this with them if we want to add more green. I personally think that it's too much green at that point, you know? I like it to be just that little bit of splash. And it also doesn't have to be green. We'll have to sort of see as we continue to build out Pharaoh's Landing. We will see what the shape and sort of feel of the town comes to be like. Because maybe this will be better off as, oh, I don't know. Maybe it'll be better if we use emerald or maybe honeycomb. Maybe as we continue to build the town, it becomes a honeycomb town or an emerald block town. You know, it's truly an open little area that you can put any color in. It just adds a splash of color. And then of course we have some stripped oak right here, as well as oak buttons. I have tested this with stripped jungle as well. And I like stripped jungle. It added a bit of a redder tint, which didn't really match with the green here. Pretty much everything but the green is meant to be very flat looking. The green is what pops out at you. And so that's sort of the way we want to keep it. Of course, I have a sample pathway going in here. And as you can see, once you go through the gates, which has another set of green, you will get onto the main path. And I plan to have 2 sets of gates, if not more. At least one on the left and one on the right of that big mountain, if you can imagine that. And then once you're inside, the walls are very plain. You won't see these walls too much. If you see these walls, you're pretty much right next to it because there'll be buildings blocking the way. And so you'll mostly see the buildings. But yes, we continue to have our support columns here, one here in the corner. And yeah, it's a very repeatable pattern. As you can see, we have this, and then you go over, and then there's 2, and you go over, and then there's 1. And then you can imagine going over again, seeing 2, going over again, 1. So it's a very easily repeatable pattern. It is modular, which means you can take this segment right here and copy and paste it over and over and over as much as you would need. And I think it's just a really good design. I looked at some pictures, but I don't think I copied directly. I came up with this one, I believe, on my own. Oh, don't look at that side. This side will obviously just look like this side again. I came up with this on my own when watching a boxing match with my friend Camden. I'm not really into like boxing. I just wanted to watch that one match. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Let me know what you guys think of this potential structure here. Do you guys like this wall? What changes would you make? And I look forward to hearing. Oh wait, can I land my head up perfectly in the little gap? Almost. Tap. Oh wait, let me get the mouse. There we go. We perfectly filled the gap. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be all for now. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please hit like and subscribe, and tell your friends about my channel if you think they would enjoy it. It means a lot to me when you guys spread my videos around. And I will catch you guys all back here next time for my next video. Until then, as always, take care.